Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mrs. Cog Hill Farm. Boy, we've got a lot going on, as you guys probably already know, but there are several things that I want to update you guys on. First of all, I've had a few people reach out to me and tell me it would be better if I didn't wear sunglasses in my videos. Well, I think you guys can probably see the blue sky behind me. And if I take my sunglasses off, I'm literally squinting so bad that you can't see my eyes anyway. So that's why I wear sunglasses. Now that we got that out of the way, the second thing I wanted to talk about was the aviary, and that's over here behind me. I told you guys that I had been working on that aviary and I'd gotten to a point where I could not finish it, and I didn't know what I was going to do. Well, guess what? Roberto, who was the jack of all trades, who helped us build our house, is going to come and finish the aviary. All that I lack is 2 doors that need to be built and the wire being on the top before I can go on with the aviary project, which is cutting a hole in the metal so the pigeons can come outside, and I can put a wall up in order for the Victorian crown pigeons to go indoors on these cold winter nights, so to speak. There are very few days when they will need to go inside, but there's a couple of handfuls of nights that they'll need some protection from the elements, and that's our next thing that we've got to get finished. So now that I got that under the way, I want to show you guys the Silky chicks. So we're going to the barn. I say we, meaning Dee Dee and myself, and we're going to show you guys the Silkies. Yep, she doesn't like to sit. She wants to be moving. Here we go. So here I am in the barn. I've got sweet little Sylvester in my lap. I always like to show you guys the kitties because it seems they're like babies, human babies. They just don't keep. I mean, every time y'all get to see them, they have grown and they're so sweet. All 3 of them are just the sweetest little kitties in their own little way. It won't be long before we'll be able to let these boys and girls loose on the new 40, and I can't wait to see them out adventuring and doing what they're meant to do, and that is being mousers, and I don't know, it's just, kitties are so much fun. Aren't they, Sylvester and Bramble? Y'all see who's not with me, and that's Biscuit. And that's just that I have been told females are not. Uh-oh, there we go. Bramble, you did that, buddy. I've been told that female cats just don't have the personality that males seem to have. And that's okay. If that's her personality, that's fine. But we sure do love her just as much as we do the rest of them. She just isn't like these boys. I want to show y'all the Silky chicks. Okay, I wanted to give you guys a chance to see all 4 chicks a little bit closer than what you did last time. They have started to add a little color, a little light color to that dark black that we saw initially. They all 4 look pretty similar. Let me see if I can't get another one to come up here. Y'all can see them all in the background. It may just be easier if I just zoom it in and try to show you. I haven't been getting them out when the cats are loose because I don't want anything to happen. So when I do get them out and kind of play with them, I'm putting the cats in the milk room. And I did not do that because I just wanted to show you guys how similar looking they all 4 are. And that leads me to believe I wonder if they all four have the same mom and daddy. They do have that light gray, almost blue look color to them, but they're all four alive and well, and I could not be happier about that part. And look how much they've grown in just this short time. They're back there where the heater is, and that's one reason I came to the front, because I didn't want them to feel scared and feel like they needed to run away from the heat. But their water's on this other side, and they're still drinking and eating really, really good. Now, I'm willing to bet that you guys can figure out where I am just by the surroundings. You see Mildred? I got Miss Jessie here loving on me. Hey, Jessie, sweetie. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about goats. Y'all see them back in the back? First, I got to show you Peaches, who is snoozing on the job. It took Peaches a little bit, but she has finally found her porta hut, which is what she was used to sleeping in when she was in the other pasture. She made her way over here, and then on these cooler, I should say, fall nights, she makes herself into the hay cradle, where you can see we need to get a new bale, but she wallows herself up in there and makes a bed out of the hay. So she didn't have far to go, here to here. So why do I want to talk about the goats? Well, here's the good thing. So this morning, I'll tell you the bad news first. This morning, I'm in here feeding everybody. The goats are locked up in their stalls from the night. I'm feeding Peaches, letting goats out, and I did not latch the gate all the way that leads to Nugget's pasture. So, Bootsy and Topper, being the first two out of the stalls, realized that there was a little bit of a crack in the gate where it didn't latch all the way. We still haven't gotten our handy dandy latches put on there that actually lock when you shut the gate. So the chain wasn't tight, and there goes Bootsy and Topper into Nugget's pen. Not that big of a deal because it's fenced in. So I knew yesterday that Bootsy was in heat, and I knew it because of the way she was acting. She was showing signs of trying to mate with other goats. And I knew she was in heat, but I still didn't think too much about it. You guys know that Mr. Topper here has been in this area since we moved the goats over here. We felt that he was not doing as well as he should be doing in with the boy goats. He was the smallest of the three, meaning Mo, Joe, and Topper, and he just had to kind of show that he backed down to the other two. I don't know how else to describe it, except he wasn't getting beat up. He just was the low man on the totem pole. So we decided that when we moved the girls and Tip, who is a weather, meaning fixed, over here, that we would move Topper as well. And Jason has said time and time again that he does not think that Topper is a fertile buck. He's intact, but he shows no signs of buck behavior. Our bucks, they spit, they sputter, they urinate on themselves to get the smell that the females like on their beard, on their body. Y'all seen Joe. I mean, his white is not even white, it's yellow. It's nasty. He's a smelly buck. And Topper, he's sitting right here, is not that way. Topper is just, he is as white can be. He is, he shows no signs of mating potential. But this morning, something happened, and they just opened the gate. All right, so this is exactly what happened this morning. You see Bootsy, she headed right out. That's okay, I could get her back in. I didn't intend on doing a repeat of what happened this morning. However, you got it. This is the chain system that we have. And this is what I do. I loop it over here, just like so, into this. And Nugget gets my ring every time. But when we leave out of here, I beaner clip it to the gate so it does not come open. But when I know I'm going to be in here, I don't beaner clip it because I feel like I don't need to. Well, now I know differently. So we're about to try to get Bootsy back in. Come on, baby. So, like I said, didn't intend on recreating this situation, but right where Bootsy's standing this morning, I turned around and I looked to find Topper mating with her. Yes, you heard me right. Topper, little man on the picnic table, mated with Bootsy. If y'all are thinking what I'm thinking, we're gonna have baby Nigerian dwarfs. Yes, Bootsy has had 2 babies before. She had a set of twins, and Bootsy as well as Topper are registered Nigerian dwarfs. Topper is from wonderful bloodline, Old South Goat Farm, who no longer even does goats, is where Mr. Topper is from. He was a bottle baby, and so was Bootsy. So, mark your calendars, people. March the 16th. That's 150 days from today. And that is the date that Bootsy should have babies. Okay, so now, what's going to happen to the rest of these girls? I've got Capri here, who is a full-blooded Nubian. She's not registered, but she's full-blooded. Got Mr. Tip here, who is full-blooded Nigerian dwarf, along with Miss Bo Peep, who is a registered Nigerian dwarf. Fifi, who is a Nubian full-blooded, and Paris here. Paris is the reason that we got Mo, and that is because Joe, our Nubian buck, is her daddy. Topper is in with all of these girls. Now, if this were to be reversed and say Mo was in here with all of these girls, we would have a problem. Why, might you ask? Topper being a Nigerian dwarf, a small breed of goat, it's not going to cause any trouble if he breeds with Bo, who is a Nigerian dwarf. The babies are going to be rather small. Same goes for Fifi or Paris. If he were to breed one of those girls, it's going to be fine. But say we had Mo in here because Mo was getting dominated by other bucks, we would have a problem. Because if Mo, who's a big Nubian buck, bred with little Bootsy here, Bo Peep and Bootsy, we would have a problem. They may not be able to birth those large babies. They would, I mean, you can see the size difference. Tip's a wether, but Bo Peep is a little Nigerian. And y'all, I don't know if you can see the difference. Paris is not full grown yet, but look at the size difference in Bo Peep, Nigerian, and Fifi back here, who is a Nubian. Here's another example. She's going by. I mean, y'all can see why it would be an issue if that were to happen. So, not sure what we're going to do with Mr. Topper yet. He obviously has interest because he bred with Bootsy, but Jason still thinks there may be some fertility issues. I think it was successful. I don't see from any of you guys that have reached out to me that have goat knowledge, have had goats for years, even someone with veterinarian background that involved ruminants, which is what a goat is, said that they had never in their years heard of a goat going sterile. I don't know. I don't know. Marycarl and I were hopeful that Bootsy could have, she's getting on up in age. She's about 10 years old. So we were hopeful that Bootsy could have at least one more baby. She may have twins, she may have triplets, but at least one more time be bred. So it's not a bad thing. We were prepared for it if it were to happen. Just not 100% for sure. So mark your calendars, people. March the 16th. Jesse, what will you do if there are baby goats born here in March? What would you do, baby? Jessie is the best stepmama that any goat could ask for. She's a babysitter. She's such a sweetheart, but she gives those mamas a run for their money. All right, so Bootsy did her little rambling, and I think she's ready to come back in. Told y'all I hooked this, but we have got to get busy getting the latches put on so no more escaping happens. Come on, Boots. Come on back in, baby. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. Come on, Boots. Come on. Jessie, I don't want you going over there. Come on, Bootsy. Come on, baby. Come on, Boots. Bootsy said, no, ma'am, I'm not coming back over there. Me and Nugget have made friends. And there goes Capri. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Recreating Chaos as much as I did. But don't forget, mark your calendars, March 16th. New babies being born. We'll see what happens. Y'all don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all be good.